I I don't know how to start this video. I'm gonna be honest. I've had a little less than 24 hours to fully process what transpired on March 1st and the announcement that we received around 10:30 my time, I think 12:30 in Japan. Um it's world shaking. It's one of those things where you don't understand the magnitude of something and how it's going to hit you, how it's going to hit other people, how it's going to hit the world until it happens. If you don't know what I'm referring to, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and somewhat Dragon Ball GT. He is he's passed away. He passed away on March 1st. And it was announced yesterday to the entire world. I'm assuming it gave the family about a week to get their preparations in order, gather a statement, and to just grieve in private as a family. We've seen this countless times with other celebrities and other mangakas where, sorry, they'll pass away and we'll get the announcement about a couple days later, or a week later, or maybe even a month, sometimes 2 months later. Like, I know, just an example, MF Doom, he had passed away in October, and I believe he got the news like maybe 3 months later or something crazy like that. But yeah, so it gave the family time to just grieve and try to celebrate his loss in the ways that they saw him. They saw him as a father, maybe a brother, an uncle, a cousin, a nephew. You know what I mean? And maybe a friend. So this hurt. This one hurt. And this video it is gonna be candid. It's gonna be off the dome. I don't have a script like I normally do. I was talking yesterday to my homeboys when the news appeared, because they had asked me like right before, and like, yo, what's the next video you posting? What's the next video you posting? And I'm like, I got one lined up. But like I said in my anime retrospective, I was like, Dragon Ball Z will 1000% get its own video somewhere in the future. I don't know when, but it's gonna get its own video at some point in the future. So yeah, I don't want to share all my thoughts because I do want to dedicate a whole video to that anime and what it has done to like me. But in this video, I do want to kind of give, I guess, just a general basis of what that show and manga has meant to me and what that man has meant to me in my life. So, I don't know when this thought came into my head, but I'm the type of person to think about somebody's mortality, whether it be my mortality, a loved one, a celebrity, and not to say that I want them to die or something like that, no. But in terms of how would I react in that situation if I were to get that news? And he was always one of the first in terms of just icons or celebrities I would think of in terms of, okay, how would I react if we lost this man? And, well, short answer is like, I'll probably cry, sulk a little bit, but you never know when. You never know when, and it just goes to show you that life is very sudden. One day, you're watching the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie with your girlfriend. You're showing her that. You're watching the superhero movie that you initially didn't even like at first. And then you came around to it the more and more you got exposed to the Gammas and all Beast Gohan. And, eventually, all right, that became cool. Like, you go from that, you go from playing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends every day. You go from celebrating the 9th anniversary on those games, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Ultra just dropping on that game. You go from just playing Dragon Ball Fighters casually one day just cause, watching a Team 4-Star video on Instagram. You go through those things and then boom. And life has a funny way of trying to give you signs of something is to occur. Now, I no means am I saying that, I'm predicted it. That's weird. But what I'm saying is that life has a way of trying to remind you to cherish the things while they're there and appreciate them while they're there, because it can get sticky real fast. So I was just watching the Super movie literally, I want to say 2 weeks ago. I could probably find it on my phone. I documented it. And I was showing my girlfriend, I was like, this is my childhood. Like, this is what I grew up on. Like, and I did show that to her because I've been wanting to show her Dragon Ball for a long time now. Okay. Sorry, my light went out. But as I was saying, you go literally 2 weeks ago, I'm trying to show my girlfriend my world, my upbringing, because she shows me her a lot. And, we watch a lot of animes together. We watch My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Spy Family. Like, we've watched a ton of animes together, but Dragon Ball is the one where it's just like, it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to sit down and actually just lock in with that. So, like I said, man, life has a funny way of telling you to enjoy the stuff while you can, because you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. I just happened to see that shit re-uploaded on YouTube, and I was like, yo, this is one of my favorite movies ever. I'm just gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even like a second thought. It's like, I'm gonna watch this. So, yeah, dog, it still hasn't fully processed in my head. Like, these are like my true candid thoughts in real time as I'm giving it to you. These are my real thoughts at that real time. But like, I can't put in the words how much this man, who I don't know personally, he doesn't know me personally, has meant in my life. when I was, like I said in the video, bro, like, I'm like 10, 11 years old when I was just getting exposed to Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I don't know what that shit is. Or who the fuck is Vegeta? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. You know what I mean? You just go down the rabbit hole watching YouTube A&Bs and all this other stuff. But as a kid, bro, like, going through some like real life shit with your peoples, you know what I'm saying? You struggling, you know what I mean, mentally, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes financially. You sitting in the library, you with your brother because you just can't be in the house, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta find an activity, gotta go do something. Let's go to the library with your brother. And you just start reading the panels. You just start trying to redraw the panels. Some years later go by, you about 13, 14. You still have that childlike innocence in you that you're holding on to, and you're reenacting the fights like you did back when you were 10 or 11. You know what I mean? With your stuffed animal. You know what I'm saying? You're watching it on CW. CW finally gets the Cell Saga. You're rewatching that. You're going to the library and you're checking out about 2 to 3 Dragon Ball Z DVDs, whether it be Dragon Ball Z Kai, the volume editions, the Dragon boxes, and you're just watching. You're just watching and absorbing the creativity, the colors, the life lessons, the animation, the storytelling, the passion, the love. You're absorbing all of that, and it's inspiring. It's literally inspiring you to do your own type of storytelling, to do your own types of art. You know what I mean? Just to be a better person, to be a person with a strong will and desire to keep moving forward, no matter what. Like somebody said, Akira Toriyama dying yesterday, that's like the death of Goku to them. Because you can't have one without the other. Akira Toriyama physically made Goku and made him larger than life. But simultaneously, Goku made Akira Toriyama what he is today and what he will be remembered for, and being larger than life. The saying that life imitates art, but art also imitates life. In this weird paradoxical thing of how can both of those things be true? Well, you're looking at it. You're looking at it. All the posts you see of Goku with the angel wings. And while that was just, I think that was the ending of the angel song in the Buu saga. He's up there with King Guy. He's up there in another world for real, bro. Like, that picture, that representation is gonna be remembered as he's there now. I'm trying to hold it together for this video, y'all. I'm trying, bro, but somebody that has literally changed your whole life. And it's like, how can I not shed a real nigga tear for a brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, Dragon Ball Z was one of those animes where even if you were bullied in school for that shit, the hood niggas was watching that shit. The popular niggas was watching that shit. Like, shit, nigga, even some of the baddies knew about it. Like, bro, like the word Goku is like synonymous with like black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know where Dragon Ball Z is. They just know Goku. But I think that's my point. It's like, even people who don't watch anime, like, that nigga is on at the Macy's parade. Like, even people who don't watch anime know who that nigga is, know who that man is, or what he represents. This man, I was talking to my dad today, and we were talking about how, like, I feel as though, even though the years-wise generation, the whole definition, I feel like that definition is whack, but the definition of generation is 15 to 20 years. I don't believe that at all, because I don't believe that my age group is any way, shape, or form related to my sister's age group. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And me and all my siblings are 6 years apart, so yeah, I was saying how Dragon Ball has literally spanned about 3 generations. Yeah, my brother, he was born in 96. So by the time he was about 7, 8, he was really getting the Funimation dub pushed into him at that time. So he had the original Z. I had Kai. That's my generation. My generation had Kai. I was watching obviously before then, but my generation had Kai, and my sister's generation, they had Super. You know what I mean? So it's insane to see how far and how long this anime, this manga, this masterpiece, this franchise has lasted. You know what I mean? And it's like, of course, Dragon Ball is the biggest one, but shit, Dr. Slump, his work in Dragon Quest, he had the other sand anime, I forgot what it was. His overall influence on not only shonen but anime period. How, you know, people would mimic the Kamehameha or the Spirit Bomb or Yamcha's dead pose, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how a lot of strong, you know, female side characters, you know, have a resemblance to Bulma in that way. You know what I'm saying? As just like a model of woman excellence and somebody that stands 10 toes in the field, even if they aren't necessarily the bronze, they're the brains of the operation. They provide everything that comes with doing whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to bring this person up, but there was something about the Mr. Popo design and how it was racist or whatever. Nah, it's like, do your research on that. You know, while yes, anime has been known for not having the best depiction of black people, he has consistently improved that. Like, nobody thinks that Akira Toriyama is racist. Like, that's not a thing that has ever crossed somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to like really talk about that no more, but his impact in shonen anime, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Fairy Tail, like, his hands have just been able to touch so many. And again, like I said, it's one of those things where it's just like, you don't think the day is coming, but you know the day is coming. You don't think that the day is coming, but you know the day is coming. So when that hit my phone at 10:30, and I want to shout out to Geekdom because Instagram knew not to play with me when it came to that. And when I saw that it was him, I already knew. When I saw that it was him, the first person I see it from is him, and everybody in the Dragon Ball community knows, if Geekdom say something, he damn near TMZ at this point. If he say something, that's a fact. It's a fact. It's like in the wrestling community, if you hear like Dave Meltzer or Sean Ross Sapp say something, it's basically a fact. So when I saw him post that, bro, I dropped my phone. I was in the middle of playing Tekken. And after about 5 minutes, I went on mute because I was talking to my homeboys. I went on mute. And I sat there and I couldn't hold him back. I just sat on my couch. And I just let him flow. Because he's too monumental in my life for me to not shed a real nigga tear. And even now, like I said before, I'm keeping it strong for the video because it's like I don't want to cry on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be one of those niggas that pick up the camera and you just start crying to the camera, but. You cry because you know the impact that he's had on the business. You know the impact that he's had in the art. You know the impact that he's had on other people's lives. And you live with the lessons that he gave you. You live with the creativity that he inspired you with. And you move forward. You move forward. No matter what. No matter who's in your way. No matter what's in your way. You move forward. And this one's gonna sting for a little while. But you move forward. And if it's anything that he has taught us in his work, no matter how hard it is, head up, you smile, and you move forward. You push on with all your might. Because that's who Goku was. And that's who Akira Toriyama was. And so, when that Dragon Ball Z video comes out, it will be my real love letter to that masterpiece, to one of the biggest influences in my life, especially in my childhood. And it'll be my love letter to him. But I'm doing this because I want to honor him. And I just want to get my thoughts out there because I know he's listening. I know he's listening to all of us. I know he hears all of us. And so even if you just want to talk to yourself, just say thank you. Just say it out loud. Just say thank you. We may not have known him personally, but you pay your respects and you say thank you. Because without him, I guess we'll never know. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.